Hello and welcome to Spring 2. New half term, still remote learning for a little while. Hopefully we will be back soon. And this is going to be your geography lesson. Now, I'm not quite sure which day it will be on. So I've just put Tuesday the 23rd because I know Monday is an inset day, so you won't be in anyway. So I've gone for the next day. So it might not be Tuesday. It could be any day that week. But our new topic in geography, our what for today, is to understand what the word sustainable means, how our lives affect the planet's sustainability. Bit of a tricky word to get your tongue round, make sure we say it correctly. And how we're going to do that exploration of the world, and why, to reflect on our life choices to see if we can decrease the waste we produce. So what does it mean by sustainability? Well, sustainability is ensuring that the planet and all of its resources can continue to provide a home for the humans, animals, and plants that live here. And it's our job to take care of the planet, to take care of it for future generations, not just for your generation, but future generations, so that all generations of people and animals can live and thrive on Earth. So why is it important to be sustainable? Well, problems arise when we don't look after the resources that we have, and therefore increase. Let me start that again. Problems arise when we don't look after the resources we have, and will increasingly arise if we fail to ensure that there are enough resources for future generations. As you can see there, loss of animal homes, the natural environments, climate change. We've seen quite a lot of that in the news fairly recently, with rising temperatures and melting polar caps, rising sea levels, and of course, increase in pollution, both land, sea, and air. All the things that we've heard about and we know are happening, but we need to do something about it now for future generations. So it is our job to make informed choices about what products we buy and where they come from. Being a sustainable society means we need to make smart choices about the products we use, the lifestyles we live, and how we can preserve non-renewable resource for generations to come. And we'll hear about the word non-renewable and renewables in a later lesson. So there are different types of sustainable resources. There's solar, there's wind, there's hydro, and there's bio. So we'll look a little bit more about those in future weeks. And as well as having renewable resource, we can also be a more sustainable society by following the reduce, reuse, recycle method. We've heard this quite a lot. Okay, this has been around for quite a few years, and we can look at the products we use and consider, can we reduce the amount of this product that we use? Can we reuse this product in another way instead of throwing it in the bin? Can we recycle parts of this product and use them again? So what does I want? A bit tongue-tied today. What I want us to think about are the different types of waste that we create as a society. So jot it on a piece of paper, scrap piece of paper, whiteboard, whatever you've got to hand. Just make a little brainstorm. Types of waste in the middle, and see if you can name as many different types of waste as you can. Pause the video and then get jotting and then come back to me. So hopefully you've got quite a few ideas. Let's see if you've got anything that I've got on my diagram. So we waste paper. We waste food. We waste clothing when it doesn't fit us anymore, or if it rips. We waste electrical items when they no longer work. We waste water, rubbish, of course, plastic waste, glass waste, and there's hazardous waste. And I'm sure there's probably lots of others that I have forgotten you might have got on your diagram, and you can upload those and see, and I can see, and we can all see what we've missed. So we've talked a little bit about waste. That's our focus for this week. And I've got 2 tasks for you to do this week. One is going to take you a week to do, or a few days. And I'd like you to collect or draw a picture of the type of waste that you create in a week. It could just be you, or it could just be your family, your household. I'll leave that up to you. And I'll show you an example in my book of how I've done it, but it is really up to you. Now, all these types of waste we may not have in the week that we're going to look at. So you might just want to focus on food waste, the rubbish that you throw away, and any recycling. So that's your first task, and I'll go through that in a minute. Your second task is, why not go for a little bit of a litter pick, maybe in your garden, down the street, or in the park when you go out for your exercise. Just remember to wear gloves if you're going into the park, or if you're picking up rubbish anyway, and be really sensible. So let's have a look at that first task of what it could look like in your book. So let me stop sharing on this screen, and hopefully it will go back to a different camera. I've had a few problems this morning. Oh, there we are. So hopefully that's in focus. Now, I put Monday the 22nd and forgot it was inset day. So I've got my date and I've got my title. Now, I've decided to draw 3 bins. So I've got 1 for recycling, I've got 1 for rubbish, and I've got 1 for food. Okay, this is my week's waste. I've put a water bottle in my recycling bin already this week. I had some crisp packets, I had some crisps for lunch. The packet can't be recycled, so that's had to go in the bin. My apple and my banana has gone in my food compost bin. So that's what I've written there. So we need to think about, maybe keep this out, or keep it on a scrap piece of paper, making a little list of all the things that you are throwing away, your waste, for that week. Again, it could be just yourself or your family. If you don't want to do bins, that's up to you. You could do it as a table. And I started to do that here as another example. I could just have a table in my book with food, recycling, and rubbish. So I can make a list of all the things as and when they get thrown away, as and when they become waste. I can list them in my book. So hopefully next time we come back, we'll have quite a full page of the waste that we have created in a week. I've also got down just the bottom what I picked up in my litter pick. In my street, there wasn't very much, surprise, surprise. There was a chocolate bar wrapper, a drinks can, and there was just a little bit of paper. So all those things could all be recycled, but they were lying on the floor. So that's what I want you to do for this week's geography, thinking about waste. Now, let me see, hopefully if I can go back to the other camera. Oh, it will take me back. So let me just go back to the screen again to share with you, just to remind you. So obviously this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bins. If you want to go that detailed, that's up to you. But I just thought if we focus on food, rubbish, and the recycling, that would give us a general picture of the waste we have for the week. So I hope that's okay for this week's geography. Let me go back to me. Hello. And whatever day this comes out, I've had to record it a little bit early, but whatever day this comes out, I want you to think about the waste that we have created and how that's going to affect sustainability of the planet for the future. Okay, good luck with that, and I'll see you next time.